has been lost, bro. That is deep, dude. Dude, write more music, please.
There we go. Now we're back to normal.
Hold on.
Here, kiddo. Happy birthday.
Oh, well.
You need it more than I do.
I can't take that.
Yes, you can. You can take this money from me. For God's sake, it's not much. You keep your fucking voice down. No. This is it. This is perfect. This is just what you want, isn't it?
Appeared just like poo, then she's gone. I think they don't know what the fuck I'm on.
Wait.
Harry Potter.
Wait, what?
Appeared just like poo, then she's gone. I think they don't know what the fuck I'm on.
Oh my god. Oh no. That's. Come on, bro.
Harry Potter, the boy who lived. I've been waiting for this.
What the fuck?
I'm not talking. I'm not talking, bro. I'm not really talking.
You're okay with this. It's very honest.
Abracadabra. What are you doing? What you want me to do? What you want me to do? All I need is that one spell. I'm not gonna sit here and talk.
I don't think you trust in my self-righteous suicide. You gained a fan, okay? You gained a fan. Culture, bro. I cry when angels deserve to die.
I'm saying, you don't understand. I don't really care for this shit either. Nah, that wasn't. You don't understand heavy metal. Listen,
I ain't trying to. Right. I don't care. More music for me. More music for me. Yo, what's going on? This delivery nigga pissed about order, bro. We ordered cheese pizza. He got pepperoni. No, this is Yo, bro. I just delivered, okay? Just take the pepperoni off the plate. Are you dumb? The pepperoni is there to eat already. Now, what are you doing when you talk? What am I eating? It's on in. It's on in. You know what I'm doing? Like, what? Let him do that, bro. We said lower his fire. No, he got him on the stove. He got him on the stove. No, Joe, come here. Joe, turn the stove on. I got you. Yeah, I like that. I mean, let's get it. Come on, lower my tone. Yo, Joe, give me a spatula, man. What the fuck? All right, bet. Yeah, yo, Mike, get some plates. Get some salt, pepper, soup, man. Already on it. Yeah. Man, I got for the world, dude. Joe, watch over the stove, man. I like my niggas well done. I got to do my part. Yeah, I got my man Joe right here. Yeah, Mike. I got my man Trey right here, too. I mean, Trey, stay on my conferences. Stay on my conferences.
I think online, birds may have the same protein factor. I mean the prostitutes
I saved a fucking ad when I'm supposed to save the video. Crazy. Ooh, I'm about to make a next
Star Wars, Men of Destiny. Promises of trust not to be broken, whether spoken with an oath or sealed with a pinky. And after 100 years, we're still taking care of the military community and their families. That's our mission, always.
인물 폭풍 프로그램이라는 초인 유전자의 연물. Why the fuck is the title?
Azazel. Azazel.
So you have a Star Wars prequel script for me? Yes, sir, I do. A surprise, to be sure, but a welcome one. Okay, right off the bat, that sounded awesome, and I'm gonna steal it for the script. Yeah, go for it. Thanks. So what happens in the movie? Well, I'd like to gear this one towards kids a lot more, you know? Makes sense. That'll help us sell toys. Exactly. So what I did was focus heavily on politics. Oh, kids love politics. Oh yeah, my kids will not shut up about politics. Same here. They're like, Dad, can we go read some books on trade regulation? And I'm like, shut up and play with your Nintendo 64, you nerds. Well, your kids are gonna love this movie, because a major part of it has to do with the taxation of trade routes to outlying star systems. The taxation of trade routes to outlying star systems is tight. Oh yeah. So anyway, the greedy Trade Federation blockades this planet Naboo in preparation for an invasion, right? Okay. So the Chancellor of the Republic is gonna send Obi-Wan Kenobi and his master Qui-Gon Jinn to negotiate with the Viceroy. So Obi-Wan is an apprentice in this movie. Well, in the opening text scroll, we're gonna call him a Jedi Knight, and at the end of the movie, we're gonna have a thing where he becomes a Jedi Knight. Ah, the Jedi's so nice they knighted him twice. Exactly. Hasn't he already said that Yoda is the one who trained him, though? Yeah, whatever. Fair enough. So is Obi-Wan like the main character in this thing? Well, I wouldn't say that. So who's the main character? I don't know. Probably not important to know that anyway. Anyway, so this bad guy Darth Sidious orders the Viceroy to kill the Jedi. Oh, how are they gonna do that? They're gonna gas them for about 15 seconds and then send some battle droids to shoot at them. Oh, I like the sound of battle droids. Is it hard to destroy them? No, super easy, barely an inconvenience. Oh, really? Yeah, they're really bad at their job, and the Jedi cut through them like butter. They don't sound very threatening. They won't be. So what happens next? Well, Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan are going to use Force Speed to run super fast and escape. Oh, Force Speed? I bet that's going to come in handy later in the movie. They will never use it again. Oh, they won't. Okay. And then they're going to see that there's a droid army preparing to invade Naboo, so they're going to be like, we have to go warn them. So what do? They sneak onto the droid ships. They're going to try to warn the Naboo of an invading army by flying in with the invading army? That's right. Huh. And then they're gonna end up on Naboo and meet this creature, Jar Jar Binks. Oh, what's he like? Oh, he's gonna be a fan favorite. He's like a giant lizard rabbit thing that says funny stuff. What kind of funny stuff? Like, oh, this isn't gonna be messy, me no watching. Okay. And at another point, he's gonna be like, you should follow me now, Okie Day. I'm not sure I get it. Well, trust me, people are gonna love Jar Jar. If you say so. He's also gonna be banished from his society. Oh, being an outcast is actually pretty badass. What did he do? He was too clumsy. Oh, okay, never mind. So anyway, he's gonna tag along with the Jedi for the rest of the movie. How come? Because that works. And they're all gonna rescue Queen Amidala from a couple of droids and then escape through the blockade. Is that gonna be hard to do? No, super easy, barely an inconvenience. Wow. So then they're gonna go to Tatooine and realize they need a new part for their ship. Bummer. And Jar Jar's gonna step in poop. Are people gonna think that's funny? Yeah, poop is hilarious. Well, okay then. So Qui-Gon is gonna try to buy the part he needs at one of the smaller shops he finds. Do they have it? Yeah, the flying bug salesman says he has the only one in town. Is he telling the truth? I don't know. Qui-Gon's gonna take his word for it and not check anywhere else. So Qui-Gon's gonna buy it. Well, all he has is some credits that the guy doesn't want to accept. So he's gonna look around town to see if anyone's willing to exchange the credits for other currency. No, he's gonna set up an elaborate bet involving a boy in some kind of space race thing called pod racing. Okay, this sounds overly complicated. It's so you can sell video games. Oh, that's fantastic. I love it. And this boy is actually Anakin Skywalker, aka Darth Vader. Oh, very interesting, like a teenage Darth Vader. Not like a teeny tiny little boy Darth Vader. Oh, people want to see Darth Vader as a little boy, right? Maybe. Exciting stuff. And he and Queen Amidala are gonna have kind of a mother-son dynamic going on. Oh, that's cute. And in the next movies, they're gonna bang. What? Anyway, so Qui-Gon senses that Anakin is strong with the Force, so he wants to get his midichlorian count. Midichlorians? Oh yeah, they're microscopic life forms that allow the host to detect the Force. So now we're saying that to use the Force, you need to have a bunch of microscopic life forms in your blood? That's right. And we're also going to imply that midichlorians are what fathered Anakin. We're implying that tiny life forms somehow banged Darth Vader's mom. Something like that. I guess that adds to his backstory.
Why you have to say it like
so anyway,
that?
Then they're going to ditch Anakin's mom and go to Coruscant for a bunch of politics and meetings, talking. That's a big chunk of the movie. Oh yeah, a solid 30-40 minutes. I love it. And Qui-Gon is going to explain to the Jedi Council that Anakin is special. To get trained, and they're going to be like, this is too old in the sense of fear, and they have to spill this beer out.
Puerto Rico special.
It all works out pretty much.
I mean, we was on that Jose Cuervo, like, he was nothing out there. Took a fucking hype on that Jose Cuervo.
Child to a war zone. Interesting choice. Yeah. And they have to pass the blockade again. Nah, the blockade is gone now. Okay. Because that works. And then we're going to have a red finale with a whole lot of stuff going on. Yeah, he's gonna be like, now this is pod racing. That doesn't make any sense. Because it's like this is pod racing, but it's not pod racing, right? No, it's not. So why does he say that? Because he's all excited. So he's like, this is pod racing. Okay, so how does the movie end?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep my celebrations and shit until next season. The only thing I'm really upgrading
But didn't they feel weird about it? Yeah, they still do. So what's changed? Anakin blew up the ship, I guess?
These gonna be my rookie celebration.
So what do you think of the movie? Well, I'll tell you one thing. If people don't like this movie, I doubt we'll ever see any Star Wars prequels ever again. Probably a good move. So, you have a new Star Wars movie for me? Yes, sir, I do. Amazing. I'm really excited to get started on this one. CGI technology has come a long way. Oh, it has. Oh, it has. So I think we should use it in, every scene. Every single scene. It's necessary, sir. Instead of scriptless people standing around talking about politics. Well, what better way to make those scenes more interesting than by having them be 95% computer generated? Well, eventually, we can also make most of the characters in CGI too. It just feels like as technology gets better through the years, this might not age well. But I don't need to understand how good the CGI is going to look. It's going to be photorealistic if the photo is a screenshot of the PS2 cutscene. Oh, like the PlayStation 2 cutscene. That does sound fancy. Yeah, it's
Come on, baby!
Sorry, I failed you. Failed her? Wasn't that literally her job? Yeah, she didn't really understand the job description, but she did a great job. So much more you want an indicator trying to protect PK just in case there's another attempt on
One rush, one touchdown. One reception, one touchdown. Stop playing.
At a certain point, it's going to get so bad that Padme's going to have to be like, please stop looking at me like that, and that's just going to make it worse. So anyway, they have to keep Padme safe, right? So they place her in a secure room or something? No. They put her in a normal room with a big old window. But they stay in there with her? No, they had some cameras in there, but she shut them off because Anakin was making her uncomfortable, always watching her in a creepy way. Oh, this guy's a predator. Yeah, Darth Vader's a real geez. So anyway, this blind thing shows up and plops a couple of murder worms into her room. Murder worms? Why not explosives again? Well, after they killed the decoy, the bad guys decided they needed to be a little more discreet. Why? I don't know. Anakin save her and then chase down the assassin. Very exciting. Yeah, and it turns out
I just have to keep screenshotting because that's cool. I got one rush attempt and 2 touchdowns.
There's all kinds of incompetent assassins after everybody. So the Jedi decide that Anakin should be the one to go with them to a romantic planet and take care of her. There are tons of Jedi, but then when it's to take responsibility, interesting choice.
I knew it was about to end soon.
He's just trying super hard to get into her space base, and she's not into it, not at all, until he finally strikes a chord and a little speech about how much he freaking hates sand. Oh, that's what does it for her. She's her exposed skin. Gets insanely wet skin. It's tiny. So she kisses him, and she's like, oh no, I can't. Because she met him when he was a child, and was super weird. No, she's over that now. Now it's because she's a senator and he's a Jedi. Is that not allowed? Nope, it's not. Why not? Because? Well, okay then. Anyway, then Anakin's gonna have a dream that his mom's in trouble, so they go to her trying to leave. And then finally, she's like, I'm not intervening. She dies. Yeah, so Anakin just massacres the Tusken Raiders that kidnapped her and heads back to Padme. Jeez, does he tell her what he did? Yeah, he's like, I didn't just kill the men, I killed everyone. Women, the children. Well, it's gonna be hard to make her fall in love with him after something monstrous like that. Actually, it's gonna be super easy.
Very inconvenient. Oh, really?
Yeah, it seems like that makes her like him even more, because a couple of scenes later, she's like, I truly, deeply love you. That is how women talk. Oh, I'm glad you said that, because I've never spoken to a woman, so I just took a wild guess. So is there anything else going on in this movie besides the love story? There will be much of it. Something will be to that, right? Fingers crossed. Obi-Wan Obi-Wan gets held captive on Jakku 6 planets.
Okay, Chase, God damn.
Situation where they can escape probably, but then the movie's jail works a little well with this stupid dumb idea. Gotcha. So then this big kitty cat monster is gonna swipe at Padme. Oh, what happens to her? Well, her tight shirt turns into a tight crop top. Oh, thank you, kitty cat. And then a bunch of Jedi show up, and a bunch of clones show up, and they fight a bunch of droids. So Count Dooku tries to escape on this scooter bike thing. Oh, it's like a scooter. It's gonna look like somebody in a Walmart parking lot that hit the gas too hard on their scooter. Oh, okay. So then the main characters chase him, but Padme falls off the ship. Oh no. Yeah, so she's like, man, I gotta get to the hangar to get help. But she knows we're going to a hangar. So then Anakin and Obi-Wan get to the hangar and try to do a cool build. It's very fun. And then Yoda shows up and has a big old lightsaber fight with them. Doesn't Yoda need a cane to walk? He does, but when he's fighting, he's fully able. That doesn't make much sense.
Thought about it.
Do you want to see Yoda bouncing around like a pinball with a lightsaber or not? Not really. Well, it's gonna happen, so definitely get off my back about it. It's okay, I'll do that. That's right. Hey, how come Yoda and the Jedi couldn't detect all this dark side stuff happening this whole time? Well, the dark side of the Force was being clouded.
Should I just keep it like that? Yeah, because I know.
The dark side of the Force. Anyway, then Padme and Anakin get married. She was really...
Trying to call time out. I forgot I had emotion. I forgot I had emotion.
Can you imagine?
When they want to squeeze up,
Here's Stewart of the Middle. Game here as he gets it up only to an assist. Now he appears to be in pain.
Today, let's make America's most trusted company. Always there, you can get a home for 100 hours.
This is Stewart again. Who was it?
Give me another one.
Make it 3-4 coming up.
Hang on, give me another one.
Search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow.
Stuff happening, like a whole lot of it. It's not really going to be clear who's who, but it's going to be like, yeah, something's happening for sure. Very exciting. Yeah, and Palpatine's been kidnapped by Count Dooku, so Obi-Wan and Anakin have to save him. Okay. So they go fight Count Dooku, and Palpatine convinces Anakin to cut Dooku's head off. Yikes, must have been tough to convince him to do something like that. Actually, super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Oh, really? Yeah, he just makes a very compelling argument, and that convinces him. Well, what does he say to him? He says, do it. Oh, very convincing. Yeah. So what else happens in the movie? Oh, well, Padme is pregnant now, and her and Anakin are just super in love. Oh, they are? Yeah, so we're gonna have some amazing romantic dialogue going on between them. Like what? Well, for example, he's gonna be like, you're so beautiful, and she's gonna be like, it's only because I'm so in love. And he's gonna be like, no, it's because I'm so in love with you. Oh, very romantic and realistic, because people talk like that. Yeah, I don't want to toot my own horn or anything, but... you know, Shakespeare can suck it. I'm the greatest writer now. Oh, dethroning Shakespeare is tight. It is. So anyway, Anakin has a nightmare that Padme dies, and he's like, oh, I don't like that at all. Okay. So then the whole movie, Palpatine's gonna be like, Anakin, you know, if you join the dark side, you can stop people from dying. That is a pretty good sales pitch. And what else is going on? Oh, well, Yoda's gonna go fight alongside some Wookiees against a droid army. Oh, why is he doing that? So we can have some Wookiees in the movie. Oh, people like Wookiees. Yeah, we'll have Yoda fight alongside Chewbacca. Doesn't that create some problems for the original original trilogy, like Han Solo doesn't believe in the Jedi, but we're saying that his partner fought alongside one? Well, yeah, but if we don't include this Chewbacca scene, we're not going to get to see Chewbacca. Oh, yeah, that is a good point. Okay, keep it in. We're also going to have Obi-Wan go fight this bad guy, General Grievous. And what's his deal? Well, he was trained in the Jedi arts by Count Dooku. Oh, he was? Yeah, and apparently he was also trained in the helicopter arts by a helicopter. Oh, very cool. Anyway, so much later in the movie, Anakin's going to finally figure out that Palpatine is a Sith Lord. Well, it took him a while. That's the most obviously evil
This
character
nigga
I've
joined
ever
with a
seen.
mini Don Julio with a straw.
And how does that go? Oh, not well. Palpatine shoots some lightning at Mace Windu, and he deflects it back and starts to kill him. Oh, and Anakin's standing there like, oh boy, I don't want either of these people to die. So Anakin tells Palpatine to stop shooting the lightning so Mace Windu can stop deflecting it at him. Nope, he cuts off Mace Windu's arm, and Palpatine sends him flying out the window. Oh my god. Yeah, Anakin was conflicted about it, but as soon as he did it, he's like, well, I guess I'm evil now. Wow, ready to go. And so Palpatine is like, hey, I need you to go murder some kids real quick, and Anakin's like, yep, I'm on it. Oh wow, that's a huge escalation. Wasn't he conflicted like 2 seconds ago? Yeah, but he decided to be evil now, so he's fine with killing kids. Jeez. Yeah, then Palpatine calls for Order 66, which makes all the clones kill all the Jedi. Oh no, except our favorites. Oh, okay, good. Oh, and we're also gonna find out why Anakin is called Darth Vader. Oh, and why is that? Because Palpatine was like, this is going to be your name now. Oh, right, okay. Anyway, so then Obi-Wan watches some security footage of Anakin killing children.
He
and
fucking meet Ari
Palpatine, so he's like, oh, this guy's up to no good. He's
This
not wrong.
nigga
And so he goes to
Ricochet
tell
is at
Padme. She's like, there's no way
AEW.
Anakin would do something like that. I don't believe you. Didn't Anakin tell her in the last movie that he killed a bunch of Tusken Raider children? Yeah, he did. Like, Anakin, Chancellor Palpatine is evil, and Anakin's going to be like, from my point of view, the Jedi are evil. Oh, okay, that's just some placeholder text, right? You're going to put in some less ridiculous dialogue. It was placeholder dialogue, but I forgot the login information for my laptop, so we're kind of stuck with it now. Oh, okay, that's
It's
fine. So
crazy.
Then they keep fighting, but at a certain point, Obi-Wan goes up a hill a little bit, okay? And so he's like, well, it's over.
Whatever,
Anakin,
I ain't
have
gonna talk
the high
about it.
ground. What is he talking about? They're running a little higher up, and then it's just a checkmate, you know? You can't win if you don't have the high ground. What about in Phantom Menace when Darth Maul had the high ground and Obi-Wan killed him? Oh, well, that doesn't count, though. Why not? Because I forgot about that. Oh, fair enough. So then Obi-Wan chops off Anakin's limbs and leaves him to burn to death. Oh my god. And then Padme dies after giving birth to Luke and Leia. Wait, 9 months have passed? Apparently, yes, they have. Wow, so what happens to her? Were there complications during childbirth? No. She just doesn't feel like living anymore. What are you talking about? She was so sad. She died. Maybe we should go to the complications thing. I go into the image. In the sense that she just got into a complicated relationship and I just sat in this Leia. So then Bail Organa takes baby Leia and Luke gets sent to Tatooine to Uncle Owen in Mount Peru. Why do they bring him there? So Anakin can find him. So they bring him to his actual family and let him keep the Skywalker name. I feel like he'd be easy to track down. Choice with this shot, everybody just shot decisions for new hopes. So it doesn't really matter. It doesn't make sense. How can you imagine pushing for these kinds of tobacco boxes and where to go? And then Palpatine's going to do it up with Darth Vader. Padme's dead. So he's at it. He says, this is about right. That's about it. And the story of Anakin is Palpatine and stuff. Wow, yeah, she's getting a lot of time. So I think it's going to be nice in the future to make more of these movies. Maybe steer away out of the villain. Oh, for sure. It'll be nice to switch it up a bit.
I had the truck stick to her, my bad.
This is a tribute to Luke Skywalker. This from the Star Wars holiday special. Amongst other things, Dennis and everyone is keeping an eye on him. He's anything after the Senate, right? But for the past 10 years, Obi-Wan hasn't been doing any training or force stuff, so he's pretty weak now. So how is he intending to protect Luke if anything happens? Oh, well, it's here. But so then on Alderaan, a 10-year-old princess Leia gets kidnapped. So she's from Rogue One, a Star Wars story. Those two, though, she almost gets away because these bad guys are really wagging their faces and tree branches and stuff. It's all the This is a cartoon. Occasionally it is, sir. Yeah. Well, okay then. So then her adopted father, Bail Organa, goes to see Obi-Wan. Like, what's up, dude? You
You gotta save her. Isn't he a pretty powerful dude? Wouldn't he have a bunch of aides and guards and security people and stuff? Yeah, but Obi-Wan's the protagonist, so he asks for his help. Right. It turns out this Inquisitor Reva planned the whole thing because she wants to get Obi-Wan. What do you mean? Well, see, she found a connection between the two of them in the archives. So she's like, oh, if I take Bail Organa's daughter, looks like something I haven't spoken to in 100 decades. I wasn't very big league, but why does she want Obi-Wan?
I saw that big back bitch move too, bro. Fuck.
He's from practically everything else, and he's Darth Vader now. If she brings in Obi-Wan, he might make her Grand Inquisitor. Oh, wow. So Reva actually ends up saving because he wanted to take her back to the Obi-Wan. There's escapes with Leia. Reva has more powers. She does it with her finds Vader that she's actually a Jedi. She survived over 66 times trying to kill him, and so she bursts through the hours. She became a ruthless hunter who kills Jedis, but she wants to get back at the guy who killed Jedis.
Give it back. Give it back. Give it back. Give it back.
Scans his face, he shoots them all. He was going to shoot all of them. Why wait until his face was scanned into their system? I don't know. And so now he's got to escape, but there's a freaking laser here. Sure, those are hard to get around. So this one, which is very easy to walk around. Because he's been back for a second time to get through.
What? What?
Much more exciting, sir. I guess so. Anyway, then they're immediately about to be captured again, but this lady Tala saves them. Oh, she does? Yeah, she works for the Empire, but doesn't like it. Decides to stall for time for Leia and Tala to escape, but Obi-Wan doesn't really have force powers anymore. Exactly. So Darth Vader just kicks his butt and starts a fire and drags him through it. Oh no, it's going to be hard to get out of that situation. Actually, it's going to be super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Oh, really? Yes, once Darth Vader puts the fire on, Tala's going to show up and help Obi-Wan escape by starting a fire. Escapes, so since Leia is on her own, she actually gets kidnapped by Reva, who somehow teleported to the end of this tunnel. She gets kidnapped again, the second time in 3 episodes. Turns out she's very
Who they?
She's like, sure, well, I put a tracker on Leia's toy, so that's pretty cool, right? On the Princess of Alderaa's toy. That's right. She's like, they'll probably end up on Alderaan. Yeah, that's definitely the final destination, but now they'll be able to track that. Interesting plan. So eventually she manages to get all the good guys trapped behind these big blast doors, and she's having a bunch of stormtroopers try to blast them open. Uh-oh. But then Obi-Wan stalls a little by saying he wants to talk to her, and he figures out the thing about her surviving Order 66, and then she opens the door with a lightsaber. Seems like she should have led with that. Maybe. And so then they decide to team up to try to take Vader down. How do they do that? Well, she just goes ahead and tries to stab him. After 10 years of planning, she just goes in for a stab. Yes. Does it work? No, obviously no, that doesn't work. Right, that makes sense, yeah. So she gets stabbed with a lightsaber. So she dies. Not having a big hole burned into her intestines isn't fatal. In fact, that Grand Inquisitor guy, he's alive too. He was too angry to die.
That shit's so dope.
Force powers. Oh, well, those come back. Oh, they do. What happens? He thinks about stuff and they come back. Oh, great. So he just he walks away and brings him to death. Does nobody take a second to verify that the person they tried to kill is actually just a shot? Oh, okay. And then Obi-Wan escapes and slices Vader's out. They have a little chat about what? Vader's like, hey, I'm the one who killed Anakin Skywalker, okay? And he's kind of crazy happy about it. Wow. So
Bitch! The fucking way up.
Several movies after this, so it's kind of like, oh, it's a contract issue. He's got to be in those movies. Right. And meanwhile, Reva has figured out who Luke Skywalker is. So she figured that out. So it turns out Vader again is sending Obi-Wan a message. He sent no communication, but he sent detailed communication because it could make something happen to you. Why send that if it makes something happen? Unclear. So then Reva goes to kill Luke and he passes out. Why? So that he doesn't see a lightsaber. then Reva goes to kill Luke and he passes out. Why? So that he doesn't see a lightsaber or miss up the cannon. But then Reva can't bring herself to kill this child, so that's a true redemption arc. She's got a bunch of good communications. If here's a detailed communication, because I think maybe something happened to you. Why said that? If something happened. Unclear. So then Reva goes to kill Luke and he passes out. Why? So that he doesn't see a lightsaber and mess up the cannon. That makes sense, good call. But then Reva can't bring herself to kill this child, so that's a nice little redemption arc. She's gonna get to kill her. Now they got it, right? Yeah, but not the one that's the most
It's not like giving the better shit.
We're gonna keep turning these out.
It's not like I can't wait up, fellas.
Whether spoken with their or sealed with a pinky. And after 100 years, we're still taking care of the military community and their families. That's our mission. All things.
They went up for $3. It's crazy. You were trying to block me?
And to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. This offense making its way back out, led by their running back. And as we take a look at
So you have a Star Wars script for me. Yes, sir, I do. This one's all about a young Han Solo. Sounds kind of unnecessary. Well, look at it this way. Aren't all movies unnecessary? Yeah, that's a good point. I'm sold. Great. So what happens in the movie? Well, Han lives on this planet Corellia. He's basically a slave for a giant evil worm with eyeglass named Babsy. Oh, wow. She sounds interesting. Yeah, super interesting. So she's barely in the air. Yeah, Han's going to expose her to sunlight and she's going to burn and go back into the sewers. But how does a giant worm that can't be exposed to sunlight run a crime syndicate from the sewers? I have so many questions. Well, let's do that.
Thought you was gonna do some hot shit. I'm coming right back to you. What up? And you the mic. What up? Said, yeah, get your ass thrown by my fucking line.
So Han Solo wasn't his real name. Nope, and now everybody's gonna know how he got it. I just assumed that was his name, so I don't feel any different now that I know. Yeah, well, it's an origin story, so I kind of made my way through the stuff that we kind of know about him, and specific explanations for all of them. Once again, that seems unnecessary. You're unnecessary. That makes me feel inferior, and now I feel like I need your approval, so keep going. Great. So we're also gonna provide some backstory on Han's weapon dice. Han has dice? Yeah, you can kind of see them in the original trilogy, and they show up in The Last Jedi. Oh, well, I guess I didn't realize they were that important. They weren't really, but we're going to provide some backstory for them that's going to blow people's minds. Oh, yeah? Yeah, so they're like a good luck charm or something. Okay. So, yeah, that's what they are. Once again, I don't feel any different now that I know that. We're also going to explain how Han got his blaster. How did that happen? Someone gave it to him. Right, that makes sense. And we're also going to explain why he calls Chewbacca Chewie. Oh, why is that? It's because he thinks Chewbacca is too long to say. I feel like we can figure that out on our own already. We'll just spell it out. So, okay, then. So anyway, then Han's going to be in the Imperial Army for 3 years. Wow, Han Solo in the Imperial Army. That's going to be super interesting to see. Sounds
Nah, nice. Nice. Nice.
Alright, if you say so, I do. So then Han's gonna meet this guy Beckett who has a crew and they're gonna fly away from the war zone. Okay, but before that, Han's gonna get thrown into a jail.
I need to get that first. You need to get that first.
Yes, he's gonna try to do that to Han. Wow, it's gonna be hard for Han to get out of that situation. Actually, super easy, barely an inconvenience. Oh, really? Yeah, it turns out Han can speak Chewbacca's language, so they become friends and escape together. How does Han speak Chewbacca's language? Because I wrote that in the script. Remember you learned that? I wrote it in the script. Terry Mouth. So anyway, Han and Chewie are gonna go on a heist with Beckett and introduced to some hyperfuel coaxium stuff, okay? But it's gonna go wrong, you see. Beckett's crew are gonna die, like his girlfriend's gonna blow herself up. It must be devastating.
Nigga hating on me.
So we're gonna go see him at this gangster place, and Tom's gonna run into Kira. This girlfriend Kira that he's doing all of this for, that's the one. So his whole motivation was to get a shit.
Y'all just saying that?
Now she's there. Now she's dead. Feels like it just
should have known that at halftime. The fuck?
Whoops. Whoopsie. So as it turns out, she works for Boss now. Oh, so earlier when you jumped forward 3 years, that was just so she could have time to join Boss's crew. You got it.
I'm glad they don't simulate the rest of the game.
Like, how was Han not able to get his hands
Once you get up a certain amount, you can blow these niggas off. The fuck?
Yeah, I see that now. So Boss is gonna want to kill Han.
Paid $150 for this game.
Be like, wait, we can steal a bunch of unrefined
Oh, damn.
Bitch. But Boss is gonna be like, first of all, that stuff explodes if you don't refine it fast enough. Second, I don't want this traced back to the name. So they're like, well, we're not attached to you anyway, so it can't be traced back to you. Oh, that's smart. Yeah, so that sucks on it. And then he's like, take my stuff and command Kira. Yeah, he wants you to do that. So you just set up the things and doesn't want to trace back to that. But he feels like sending his second at command is pretty traceable. Well, I wanted to be there, but right, but you just said that. Oh, yeah, that's what you want. So then we're going to see the end of the scene because they need his shit. And he has this droid companion, L3, who has a wacky personality. Okay, good. I was getting worried there wasn't going to be a wacky droid in this movie. Yeah, and she's all about equal rights and freedom for droids. Very wacky. Yeah, and later she's going to die, and they're going to kind of implant her consciousness into the Millennium Falcon. Oh my god, that's awful. No, it's going to be kind of a sweet moment. The droid that was all about freedom gets her consciousness trapped in a ship for eternity. Right, isn't that sweet? It sounds absolutely horrifying from her perspective, like the last thing she would have wanted. Right, but we're going to play it like it's a sweet thing. They made her into a prisoner.
Damn, coach.
Yeah, it's going to be a nice moment. So anyway, they're all going to go on another heist together. Very exciting. And the coaxium is about to explode, so they have to take a shortcut on the Kessel Run. Oh, we're going to show the Kessel Run that Han was talking about in A New Hope. Yeah, instead of leaving it to the imagination, we're going to show people exactly what happened and kind of take the mystery out of it. So how did it go down? Well, they run into a giant tentacle monster thing. Giant let's hope this doesn't become a problem in comment sections online. Yeah, I hope so. So what's this movie about? Well, you know how in the opening text for all of Johnny Hope there's a mention of some rebels that managed to steal some plans for the Death Star? Yeah, so Tyson is exactly we're going to make a movie about the opening text so Galen's gonna hide his wife Vera and his daughter Tia, so they have to rush into hiding. He manages in time with the very stupid foreign way about so that the good guys can shout exposition at each other. Fair enough. Well, at least Jin's mom is gonna be with her now. She's gonna die. Oh, she is. Yeah, instead of taking care of her daughter, she's gonna go back and try to shoot a bunch of guys with a little pistol. Why would she do that? Because she's a mom in a Star Wars movie, so she can't be alive for long. Right, that makes sense. So then we're gonna jump forward in time and meet this dude Cassian who shoots his friend in the back. Oh, he's a bad guy. No, he's one of the main rebel good guys. Oh, really? Yeah, and we're also gonna meet a rebel extremist named Saw Gerrera who's visited by an Imperial pilot that defected. Why does he defect? Message about the Death Star. Oh, so Saw is gonna help him? No, Saw doesn't believe him, so he uses this thing called the Boar Gullet on him. Boar Gullet? Yeah, it's like this tentacle monster that can tell if you're lying or something, but the side effect is that you lose your mind. Oh, so it's gonna be hard for the pilot to be of any help for the rest of the movie. Actually, super easy. Barely an inconvenience. He doesn't lose his mind? Yeah, someone's gonna remind him that he's a pilot of the next ship, and we're never gonna talk about it again. Seems like a weird thing to include if it's not gonna have any effect on anything. Yeah, super weird. So anyway, Jin was raised by Saw, so the rebels sent her to Cassian to talk to him. How does that go? Well, on the way they make friends with these two guys, Chirrut and Baze. What's their role in the movie? They bicker about the Force, and they're gonna flip a switch later. Oh, flipping switches is tight. And so then Jin's gonna see a message from her dad, and he says he built a fault into the Death Star. They're gonna shoot it, the whole thing blows up. Oh, wow, you're closing up that plot hole for you. Yeah, that plot hole always kind of bugged me, so I, wrote an entire movie to fix it. You're a little crazy, aren't you? Yes, sir, I am. So what happens next? Well, everyone's gonna say the word hope so much it disappears. That's fun. And then Grand Moff Tarkin's gonna be like, wait, Grand Moff Tarkin is in the character played by Peter Cushing? That's the one. He passed the day in 1894. Like CGI and that, right? Yes, is that ethical though? That's probably fine. That's probably fine. So anyway, the bad guys are gonna fire the Death Star and find a jet up all the characters off. So all the characters are gonna die. Now they're just like a lesson setting on the weapon, so everyone has time to talk and fly away. Oh, that's nice of them. Yeah, it is. So everyone flies away, everyone except Saw just stays behind. Why did he stay behind? He says he's tired of running. Seriously? That's what we're going with. It seems like a weird, unnatural thing to do. Yeah, well, I have to kill him off because he kind of served his purpose and having him around will cause a problem. Oh, plot convenience, I get it. Right, because later I want the rebels to not believe Jin when she tells them about the message. Hello, baby! Wait, another character's gonna die in an explosion? Literally every character except the wisecracking robots is gonna die in an explosion. I feel like this is fair enough. Also, they're all exploded immediately after serving their one purpose in the movie, usually flipping a switch or something. That's pretty harsh. I mean, if someone's no longer useful to me, why would I keep them alive, right? We're talking about script writing, right? Not real life. What do you like to know? Security. We're going to see what Kurt goes to see Darth Vader when he's taken back and gets choked by him. Oh, so that's like a sex scene? Oh, God, that's like a badass thing. Okay, this is the way you described it. Yeah, my bad. That's okay. And then later, Jin's going to give a big motivational speech to the rebels by giving plans. It's going to be like, oh, well, the teenagers, people are going to take on their ship anyway. Very rebellious rebels. Yeah, they're going to be asked what the name of their ship is, and the pilot's going to be like, Rogue One. Hey, Rouge One, that's the name of the movie. That's right. That's kind of right. I love when that happens. It is fun. So then they're going to go to this planet called Scarab. What happens there? Well, the main characters are going to have to turn some important knobs and flip some important switches. Very exciting. And then die in explosions. You're really doing that explosion thing, huh? I am. Well, alright then. And then the rebels are going to find out that some people went rogue, so they're going to send a bunch of ships to help out. Weren't they against it? Yeah, but now that it's actually happening, they're going to do a convenient 180 on the subject. That's convenient. And then Jin's going to send the planes off into space with a big satellite. And then I'm guessing she dies in an explosion. explosion? Yeah, super big explosion. Wow. And then Darth Vader's gonna have such a badass scene, it's gonna make him seem like a pansy in the original trilogy. Oh, really? And then Leia's gonna get the plans and say the word hope one last time. Like a young Princess Leia? Yeah, you can make her young with CGI, right? Please stop making me do that. Alright, so anyway, what do you
Please
think?
stop
Well, I think
making me
fans
do
will
that.
love it, you know? I think it's gonna do great. Awesome. Although, to be fair...
I already got Grandma talking up here in here. He said that shit too.
Why would he stay behind? He says he's tired of running. Seriously? That's what we're going with. Seems like a... Die. Oh, she is. Yeah, instead of taking care of her daughter, she's gonna go back and try to shoot a bunch of guys with a little pistol. Why would she do that? Because she's a mom in a Star Wars movie, so she can't be alive for long. Right, that makes sense. So then we're gonna jump forward in time and meet this dude Cassian who shoots his friend in the back. Oh, he's a bad guy. No, he's one of the main rebel good guys. Oh, really? Yeah, and we're also gonna meet a rebel extremist named Saw Gerrera who's visited by an Imperial pilot that defected. Why does he defect? Because Galen Erso sent him with a message about the Death Star. Oh, so Saw is gonna help them? No, Saw doesn't believe him, so he uses this thing called the Boar Gullet on him. Boar Gullet? Yeah, it's like this tentacle monster that can tell if you're lying or something, but the side effect is that you lose your mind. Oh, so it's gonna be hard for the pilot to be of any help for the rest of the movie. Actually, super easy, barely an inconvenience. He doesn't lose his mind. Yeah, someone's gonna remind him that he's a pilot in the next scene, and we're never gonna talk about it again. Seems like a weird thing to include if it's not gonna have any effect on anything. Yeah, super weird. Huh. So anyway, Jill was raised by Saw, so the rebels sent her and Cassian to go talk to him. How does that go? Well, on the way they make friends with these two guys, Chirrut and Baze. What's their role in the movie? They bicker about the force, and they're gonna flip a switch later. Well, flipping switches is tight. And so then Jin's gonna see a message from her dad, and he says he built a vault into the Death Star that if you shoot it, the whole thing blows up. Oh wow, you're closing up that plot hole from A New Hope. Yeah, that plot hole always kind of bugged me, so I, wrote an entire movie to fix it. You're a little crazy, aren't you? Yes, sir, I am. So what happens next? Well, everyone's gonna say the word hope so much it hurts your ears. No, that's fun. Hope, 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 hope. And then Grand Moff Tarkin's gonna be like, wait, Grand Moff Tarkin is in the character played by Peter Cushing? That's the one. You know, he passed away in 1994, right? Yeah, but you can, CGI him back to life or something, right? I guess. Is that a little unethical, though? That's probably fine. Yeah, it's probably fine. So anyway, the bad guys are gonna fire the Death Star at the planet Jeddah where all the characters are. Oh, so all the characters are gonna die? Now, they're using, a less intense setting on the weapon, so everyone has time to talk and fly away. Oh, well, that's nice of them. Yeah, it is. So everyone flies away. Everyone except Saw, he stays behind. Why would he stay behind? He says he's tired of running. Seriously? That's what we're going with. Seems like a weird, unnatural thing to do. Yeah, well, I had to kill him off because he kind of served his purpose and having him around would cause problems. Oh, plot convenience, I get it. Right, because later I want the rebels to not believe Jin when she tells them about the message. Doesn't she bring it with her? No, she forgot it because plot convenience. Gotcha. So anyway, they're gonna track down Jin's dad. He's gonna repeat that her nickname is Stardust, because that's gonna be important later. Okay, and he's gonna die in an explosion. Wait, another character's gonna die in an explosion? Literally every character except a wisecracking robot's gonna die in an explosion. You didn't feel like mixing that up a bit? I did not. Fair enough. Also, they're all gonna explode immediately after serving their one purpose in the movie, usually flipping a switch or something. That's pretty harsh. Yeah, I mean, if someone's no longer useful to me, why would I keep them alive, right? You're talking about script writing, right? Not real life? Wouldn't you like to know? Security. 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 Anyway, then we're gonna have a scene where Krennic goes to see Darth Vader when he's taking a bath and then gets choked by him. Oh, so that's like a sex scene? Oh, God, no. It's like a badass thing. Okay, because the way you described it, yeah, no, my bad. That's okay. And then later, Jin's gonna give a big motivational speech to the rebels about getting the plans, and they're gonna be like, nah. Oh, bummer. But then her and some people are gonna take off in a ship anyway. Oh, very rebellious rebels. Yeah, they're gonna be asked what the name of their ship is, and the pilot's gonna be like, Rogue One. Hey, Rouge One, that's the name of the movie. That's right. That's kind of right.
Crossed over the fish. Heat 500 milliliters of water in a skillet, the same size as the lid. When the water boils, place the lid with the salmon on top and steam it for 3 minutes. Then, remove the salmon, transfer it to a cutting board, and peel off the skin. Cut the salmon into 3 fillets, season with salt and pepper, and set aside. In the same skillet, melt a tablespoon of butter with some
Imperial
vegetable
pilot
oil over
defected.
medium
Why
low
does he
heat.
defect? Because Galen Erso sent him with a message about the Death Star. Oh, so Saw is gonna help them? No, Saw doesn't believe him, so he uses this thing called the Boar Gullet on him. Boar Gullet? Yeah, it's like this tentacle monster that can tell if you're lying or something, but the side effect is that you lose your mind. Oh, so it's gonna be hard for for the pilot to be of any help for the rest of the movie. Actually, super easy, barely an inconvenience. He doesn't lose his mind. Yeah, someone's gonna remind him that he's a pilot in the next scene, and we're never gonna talk about it again. Seems like a weird thing to include if it's not gonna have any effect on anything. Yeah, super weird. Huh. So anyway, Jin was raised by Saw, so the rebels sent her and Cassian to go talk to him. How does that go? Well, on the way they make friends with these two guys, Chirrut and Baze. What's their role in the movie? They bicker about the Force, and they're gonna flip a switch later. Oh, flipping switches is tight. And so then Jin's gonna see a message from her dad, and he says he built a fault into the Death Star that if you shoot it, the whole thing blows up. Oh wow, you're closing up that plot hole from A New Hope. Yeah, that plot hole always kind of bugged me, so I wrote an entire movie to fix it. You're a little crazy, aren't you? Yes, sir, I am. So what happens next? Well, everyone's gonna say the word hope so much it hurts your ears. No, that's fun. Hope, 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 hope. And then Grand Moff Tarkin's gonna be like, wait, Grand Moff Tarkin is in the character played by Peter Cushing? That's the one. You know, he passed away in 1994, right? Yeah, but you can, like, CGI him back to life or something, right? I guess. Is that a little unethical, though? That's probably fine. Yeah, it's probably fine. So anyway, the bad guys are gonna fire the Death Star at the planet Jedha where all the characters are. Oh, so all the characters are gonna die? Now, they're using like a less intense setting on the weapon, so everyone has time to talk and fly away. Oh, well, that's nice of them. Yeah, it is. So everyone flies away. Everyone except Saw, he stays behind. Why would he stay behind? He says he's tired of running. Seriously? That's what we're going with. Seems like a weird, unnatural thing to do. Yeah, well, I have to kill him off because he kind of served his purpose, and having him around would cause problems. Oh, plot convenience, I get it. Right, because later I want the rebels to not believe Jin when she tells them about the message. Doesn't she bring it with her? No, she forgot it because plot convenience. Gotcha. So anyway, they're gonna track down Jin's dad, and he's gonna repeat that her nickname is Stardust, because that's gonna be important later. Okay. And then he's gonna die in an explosion. Wait, another character's gonna die in an explosion? Literally every character except a wisecracking robot's gonna die in an explosion. You didn't feel like mixing that up a bit? I did not. Fair enough. Also, they're all gonna explode immediately after serving their one purpose in the movie, usually flipping a switch or something. That's pretty harsh. Yeah, I mean, if someone's no longer useful to me, why would I keep them alive, right? You're talking about script writing, right? Not real life? Wouldn't you like to know? Security. 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 Anyway, then we're gonna have a scene where Krennic goes to see Darth Vader when he's taking a bath and then gets choked by him. Oh, so that's like a sex scene? Oh God, no. It's like a badass thing. Oh, hey, because the way you described it. Yeah, no, my bad. That's okay. And then later, Jin's gonna give a big motivational speech to the rebels about getting plans, and they're gonna be like, oh, bummer. But then her and some people are going to take off in a ship anyway. Oh, very rebellious rebels. Yeah, they're going to be asked what the name of their ship is, and the pilot's going to be like, Rogue One. Hey, Rouge One, that's the name of the movie. That's right, that's kind of right. I love when that happens. It is fun. So then they're going to go to this planet called Scarab. What happens there? Well, the main characters are going to have to turn some important knobs and flip some important switches. Very exciting. And then die in explosions. You're really doing that explosion thing, huh? I am. Well, alright then. And then the rebels are going to find out that some people went rogue, so they're going to send a bunch of ships to help out. Weren't they against it? Yeah, but now that it's actually happening, they're going to do a convenient 180 on the subject. That's convenient. And then Jin's going to send the planes off into space with a big satellite. And then I'm guessing she dies in an explosion? Yeah, super big explosion. Wow. And then Darth Vader's going to have such a badass scene, it's going to make him seem like a pansy in the original trilogy. Oh, really? And then Leia's going to get the plans and say the word hope one last time. Like a young Princess Leia? Yeah, you can make her young with CGI, right? Please stop making me do that. Alright, so anyway, what do you think? Well, I think fans will love it, you know? I think it's gonna do great. Awesome. Although, to be fair, we can slap the name Star Wars on anything, and it's guaranteed to be a hit. That is true. So, you have a movie for me? Yes, sir, I do. It's going to be called Star Wars, and it's set in space. Oh, that is where stars are. This is off to a great start. Yeah, so the ship that's a part of a rebellion is going to be boarded by some evil soldier dudes called Stormtroopers, and the big bad guy, Darth Vader. Darth Vader, huh? What's his deal? Well, he's super strong with this thing called the Force. It's like this thing he can choke people with. Oh, yeah. So it's like a rope? No, it's like an energy type thing. He can sense things with his mind. He can move things with his mind. Okay, so he's like a space wizard. Yeah, kind of like a space wizard with very bad asthma. I guess that's intimidating. Yeah, so he and the Stormtroopers capture a bunch of rebels and this Princess Leia. Oh, Princess Leia, huh? Tell me about her. Oh, she's badass and beautiful as can be, you know? Skin like porcelain, hair like a continental breakfast. What? And in a later movie, we're actually going to find out that she's Darth Vader's daughter. And with all his super powerful Force abilities, he's not able to tell that his daughter's standing in front of them? Apparently not. Well, okay then. Anyway, before she was captured, Leia managed to put some plans to this big Death Star space station into a droid, R2-D2. Okay. And so R2-D2 and this other whiny droid, C-3PO, take off in an escape pod. Oh, so did the stormtroopers shoot the pod down? No, they're like, oh, there weren't any life signals on that thing, so it must have just malfunctioned. Do they not know that droids are a thing? They do, they just have to be extremely dumb at this moment. How come? So the movie can happen. Oh, okay, so then these droids land on this planet Tatooine. What's going on that planet? Well, there's a whole lot of desert, and I'm hoping that in about 30 years or so, when computers start getting good, we can add in a bunch of random aliens walking around. What? Why? I don't know. Fair enough. Anyway, so the droids end up getting picked up and sold. Who do they get sold to? The uncle of Luke Skywalker, who's the main character. Oh, the hero of the story. Yeah, and his uncle tells him to clean up the droids, and he's like, but I was gonna go into Taj's station to pick up some power converters. Oh, whiny heroes are tight. I like this guy already. Yeah, and so he ends up seeing this hologram message that Princess Leia left on R2-D2, and he's like, that's a very attractive hologram. Kind of a weird reaction to a cry for help. A little bit, yeah. Anyway, in the recording, she's like, help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi, you're my only hope. Okay. And so Luke is like, I wonder if she means old Ben Kenobi, who lives around here. If that is what she means, this guy's horrible at picking fake names. Yeah, not super creative. So anyway, then Luke is gonna get attacked by some sand people, and Obi-Wan is gonna save him, because he's a Jedi Knight, which means he's super good with the Force. Oh, that worked out. It did. But then we find out that the place where the droids were sold got all shot up, and Obi-Wan is like, oh, only Imperial stormtroopers are so precise. Oh, pretty scary. Yeah, and then Luke finds his aunt and uncle murdered. Oh my god, he must be devastated. No, he's alright. Oh, okay. So he goes to Obi-Wan like, I want you to train me as a Jedi, because I don't have anything anymore. Wow, yeah, got over those deaths real fast. Yeah, so then they go to this cantina where there's all these weird types, because they need to find a pilot. What kind of weird types are we talking? We're talking a guy with chin balls, a werewolf, Satan. Oh, that does sound like a bizarre mix. And then they're gonna meet with this guy, Han Solo. And what's his deal? Well, he's really cool, and he doesn't believe in the Jedi, and he has this giant bear dog best friend named Chewbacca. Chewbacca? Yeah, he actually fought alongside a Jedi master named Yoda, and he always goes, so Han Solo doesn't believe in the Jedi, even though his best friend and partner fought alongside one? That's right, but we're only gonna find out about that Yoda thing like 30 years from now. Okay, you're gonna have to stop mentioning things that'll happen 30 years from now. That doesn't make any sense. I mean, I'll try. So what else happens? Well, then Han gets held back briefly by this guy Greedo, because it turns out he owes money to this guy Jabba the Hutt. Okay. And then they shoot at each other, and Greedo gets hit. Oh, okay, so which one of them shot first? I don't think it matters. Oh, okay. So anyway, then stormtroopers end up shooting at them as they leave on Han's ship. Oh, so which one of them gets hit by these sharpshooters? Nobody. Stormtroopers have just the worst aim. But you have Obi-Wan saying that they're super precise. Oh, whoops. Whoopsie. Anyway, so meanwhile on the Death Star, the bad guys are gonna blow up Princess Leia's home planet. Oh my god, she must be devastated. Oh, she is for about 10 seconds. Oh wow, these people don't have much emotion. So eventually Han's ship gets picked up by the Death Star. Oh man, it's gonna be hard for them to get out of that situation. Actually, it's gonna be super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Oh, really? Yeah, they just hide under the floors on the ship as the stormtroopers search it. The stormtroopers don't use their technology that detects life forms. No, I guess they forgot they had that. Wow. And so then Han and Luke take out some stormtroopers and steal their gear, and it's just the perfect size for them. Oh, very lucky. And then they go rescue Princess Leia. What happens to all the other rebels that were captured at the same time as her? I don't know. Fair enough. And then they end up in a shootout in a hallway with some stormtroopers. And do they have good aim or bad aim now? Oh, bad aim from now on, for sure. Okay, just checking. And then Princess Leia shoots a hole in a wall vent, and they dive into a garbage compactor. Oh, wow, 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 wow. Yeah, so, that takes care of the stormtrooper problem. Can't the stormtroopers just, walk up to the hole and shoot them? Yeah, but they're not going to. How come? Because that works. And meanwhile, Obi-Wan Kenobi runs into Darth Vader. Uh-oh. And he's like, you're only a master of evil, Darth. Is his first name Darth? No. Oh. And then they duel with these lightsaber swords they have. What's that gonna be like? It's gonna be like
the second most touchdowns a nigga got in the league right now is 9, while I have 46.
Be like, if you strike me down, I'll become more powerful than you could possibly imagine.
In what sense?
In the sense that if he dies, he'll be able to communicate with Luke telepathically sometimes. That just sounds like he's gonna turn into a very specific type of mental walkie-talkie. I don't know if that's more powerful than you could possibly imagine. Well, maybe Darth Vader doesn't have a very good imagination. We don't know. Okay, that's a good point. So then the heroes see Obi-Wan fighting, and he sacrifices himself so they don't try to rescue him. Oh, wow, wow, wow. Yeah, so Luke is super sad. He's sadder about the death of an old guy he barely knew than he was about the people that raised him. That's right, but he's only sad for like a minute. Oh, this
These people suck at grieving. So then they check out the Death Star plans, and it turns out there's a little vent that if you shoot it, the whole thing blows up. Okay. And then Obi-Wan uses his new mental walkie-talkie powers to use the Force and blow up the Death Star. And so, yeah, that works. Fantastic. And then Han and Luke both get medals. What about Chewbacca? No. Oh, very harsh. And so, yeah, that's about it. It sounds very cool. I guess my one question is, why would the Death Star have such a big fault built into it? Oh, yeah, I guess that is kind of a weird plot hole. I guess I could find an explanation, but I feel like it would take like 2 hours. Okay. I mean, I guess it would be pretty cool to explain it, though. Maybe like 40 years from now. I thought I asked you to stop doing that. I said 40 this time. Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Let's do it.
Promises of trust not to be broken, whether spoken with an oath or sealed with a pinky. And after 100 years, we're still taking care of the military community and their families. That's our mission, always.
Recent toothpaste can damage your teeth. Switch to Arm & Hammer plus TheraBreath toothpaste. First smile that could defy time.
Prueba las nuevas Gain Relax Wings. No es solo un aroma. Es toda una sensación. Nuevas Gain Relax Wings. Es un gran aroma.
Play the Marvel license! It's Spider-Man! Can we power up and save the whole universe? Yes, we can! With the new Play-Doh suit! And web launcher! Play-Doh kids here! It's all assembly required. Batteries not included. Each sold separately.
이름은 홈코드는 초인 유전자의 영웅. 돌릴 거다.
So, you have a Star... Fantastic. And then Han and Luke both get medals. What about Chewbacca? No. Oh, very harsh. And so, yeah, that's about it. It sounds very cool. I guess my one question is, why would the Death Star have such a big fault built into it? Oh, yeah, I guess that is kind of a weird plot hole. I guess I could find an explanation, but I feel like it would take like 2 hours. Okay. I mean, I guess it would be pretty cool to explain it, though. Maybe like 40 years from now. I thought I asked you to stop doing that. I said 40 this time. Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Let's do it. So, you have a Star Wars movie for me? Yes, sir, I do. So, you might have heard that Mark Hamill had a car accident and broke his nose, so we're gonna have to kind of address the fact that his face is different. Oh, way ahead of you. We're gonna start the movie on this ice planet called Hoth, right? And then this monster is gonna, you know, punch him in the frickin' face. Oh, that'll do it. Yeah, so Luke wakes up in this cave, and this monster has frozen his feet to the ceiling. What? How did he manage that? I don't know, but it happens off screen, so you have to accept it. Oh, I do. Okay, good to know. Anyway, so Luke sees that his lightsaber conveniently fell right next to him and not outside as he was being violently dragged through the snow. Oh, very lucky. Yeah, so then he grabs the lightsaber using the Force and frees himself while somehow not cutting off his own feet. Wow, skills. And then he cuts the monster's arm off. Oh, great, so we can finish off the monster and spend the night in the cave. He sure can, but instead he's gonna run outside. What? Isn't it freezing? Yeah, he's gonna run right out of the cave in the freezing cold at dusk. Is he able to keep himself warm with the Force or something? No, not at all. He passes out pretty much immediately. Oh, but before he passes out, the ghost of Obi-Wan Kenobi shows up. And he's like, you need to go to this planet Dagobah and meet a Jedi Master named Yoda, who actually trained me. He shows up to tell him this right before he passes out in the cold. Yeah, he waited for this moment after 3 years of silence. Obi-Wan is kind of a drama queen. Okay, you say this Yoda guy trained him? Exactly, except you didn't. What? Yeah, Obi-Wan's kind of a liar, too. Oh, a very sassy ghost. Anyway, so then Han Solo shows up and stuffs Luke inside a dead camel dinosaur. Oh, that's nice of him, I guess. Yeah, these camel dinosaurs have warm guts, so Luke is able to survive in the cold. Wow. Anyway, so then back at the Rebel base, Leia kisses Luke, but she wants to show Han she doesn't care about it. Oh, a little love triangle, huh? That's cool. It's like a relatable human story. Oh, you mean relatable as in they should have to be related? No, that's not what I meant at all. I guess they could be related if that's what you're into. It's not, again, right? They're revealing the next movie, you weirdo. Oh, anyway, so the Empire finds out about this Rebel base.
Hesitated.
These giant AT-AT things. They're these giant things that work super slowly and can only shoot directly in front of them. Oh, it doesn't sound like a very effective weapon. Oh, they're very effective against enemies that are directly in front of them. So the rebels just don't attack them from the front? Oh, no, they do. Oh, they do. Yeah, So a bunch of them get killed, and they're trying to shoot these things down, but they have these big shields. But then they tie them up and make them fall, and then when they shoot them, they explode. The shields don't work anymore when they're on the ground. Apparently not. Well, great. So then Han and Leia try to escape, but their hyperdrive isn't working, so they have to play hide and seek for, you know, the whole movie. Oh, really? And at the same time, Luke takes off R2-D2.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Whatsoever. So anyway, he gets to this planet, and it's just a big swamp, and that's where he meets Yoda. Oh, what's Yoda's deal? Well, he's tiny and green, and he says his words in like a backwards order. So after some convincing, Yoda agrees to train Luke to be a Jedi. What kind of training are we talking? We're talking front flips, climbing things, lifting things with his mind, some more flips, a lot of flips. So being a Jedi requires a lot of flipping. It sure does. So anyway, after a couple of days of doing flips in a swamp with a puppet, Luke has a vision that his friends are in trouble. So he's like, I gotta go. Okay. And Yoda's like, no, you better not go. And even Obi-Wan shows up to be like, yeah, no, you need to finish your flipping training with this puppet and train me, but also know he did it. Oh, so what does Luke do? He decides to ignore the puppet and the ghost, and he takes off. Oh, ignoring ghosts is tight. That's what I do all the time with the disembodied ghost head that lives in my office. Well, what are you talking about? There's a ghost that lives in here? Nope, there's not. Well, okay then. So anyway, then Han and Leia go meet Lando Calrissian, who's an old friend of
got the title.
And he acts all friendly, but it turns out the Empire got there a couple of minutes before Han and Leia. So they get captured, and Han Solo gets frozen in carbonite. Oh no. And then Luke shows up, but it quickly becomes clear that he is not letting up flippy training. Oh man, you love when people get their arms and hands cut off, don't you? Yeah, I do. I just had to write that in there. Very weird. Anyway, so then Luke is like, Obi-Wan said you killed my father. And Vader's like, no, I am your father. Oh, Luke, I am your father. That's a great quote. That's not the quote, though. It's, no, I am your father. Luke, I am your father. Okay, whatever. So anyway, then Luke is like, you know, no. Right, and by now he's out on this thing with nothing below him but a huge drop. Oh man, it's going to be tough for him to get out of that situation. Actually, it's going to be super easy. Apparently an inconvenience. Who said that? I mean, they are right. It is going to be that. Oh, really? Yeah, he just lets himself fall and he happens to land in a fun slide there. There's a big land there. Right? That's not fun anymore. Anyway, so then Luke is hanging from a thing in the sky, right? And he uses his brain force walkie-talkie and asks Leia for help. Oh, wow, that's a whole lot of convenience. A whole lot of force usage. Sounds like the same thing from a writing perspective. Yeah, it's the same thing. Right. And so, yeah, that's it. What do you mean that's it? That's it. It's over. But Han is still frozen in carbonite. Darth Vader is still out there. Does this movie not have an ending? No, not really. People are just going to have to come see episode 6 in a couple of years. Episode 6? What are you talking about? This is the second movie of the first trilogy, which is technically the second trilogy, because after this we could do a trilogy taking place before this, and after that we could do a trilogy taking place after this. Oh, I'm very confused. Trilogy. Okay. And we can make a bunch of these movies right now in the 80s before people lose interest in this Star Wars fan. Yeah, true. I guess people won't really be into this franchise beyond this decade.
Yeah.
So, you have a Star Wars sequel for me? Yes, sir, I do. So Luke has concocted this amazing plan to save Han Solo from Jabba the Hutt. Oh, amazing. So what's his plan? It's pretty straightforward. They send in Leia in a disguise with Chewbacca as a prisoner. Okay. Then Luke sends a hologram of himself via C-3PO and R2-D2 and gives them as a gift. Right. Also, Lando's infiltrated the place as like a guard, and Luke also goes in person and gets thrown into a monster pit. This is sounding like a lot. Then he has Leia unfreeze Han, and everybody gets caught, so they all get brought out for execution, where R2 shoots Luke's lightsaber over to him, and he saves the day. It feels like this plan could and should go wrong in 1,000 different ways. Yeah, well, it doesn't. It goes exactly to plan. How did you know that was all going to work? What if they just took R2 and all right away for scraps? Of course. I don't think they could just...
I was looking at the Kaufmans, my bad. Damn.
Luke's plan is insane. Princess Leia's going to be in a gold bikini along the way. That's probably fine as is. Right, so what else happens? Oh, Boba is back. Oh, people love that guy for some reason. So what's he going to do? He's on the wall like a cartoon character and die immediately. Oh, yeah, so that's all done. Jeez. So anyway, then Luke goes to Dagobah to finish his training with Yoda. He's going to name himself some food.
But that's good, though. That's crazy.
He's going to die, actually. Oh, he's just going to die when Luke shows up? Yeah, but before he dies, he's like, Luke, to finish your training and become a full Jedi, you have to go confront Darth Vader. Boy, in the last movie, he was like, you can't go confront Vader until you finish your training. Oh, yeah,
no passive camps, none of that.
Yeah, total 180. So then Luke has a chat with Obi-Wan's ghost, and he's like, hey, you told me my dad was dead, and then I found out that Darth Vader's my father, so what's up? Oh, calling him out on his lie. Yeah, but then Obi-Wan's like, well, from a certain point of view, I wasn't lying. Oh, man, such a sassy ghost. To a sister. So that kiss they shared is real real now. It sure is. So Luke tells her that they're related, and she talks about how she remembers their mom, how beautiful she was. Oh, so Leia grew up with their mom? No, their mom died in childbirth for being too sad. What? Yeah, pretty dramatic way to go, right? So how does she remember her mom? And she saw her for like a minute when she was like a minute old. Impossible baby memories are tight. Anyway, so the big threat of this movie is that the Empire is building another Death Star. Oh, I bet they're not leaving in that little port where if you shoot the whole thing explodes. So they definitely don't do that. Wow, so it's going to be tough to find a way to destroy this one. Actually, it's going to be super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Oh, really? Yes, and they don't have the port anymore, but they do have this tunnel that leads to a reactor that if you shoot it, the whole thing explodes. They are very bad at making these things. Yeah, they are. Wow. Anyway, so the good guys find out that there's a shield generator for this thing on this forest planet called Endor. Oh, and how do they find out about this shield generator? Oh, well, actually, we're going to find out that the evil Emperor is the one who leaks the information so we can ambush them. So we just send them to a random location or to a depot.
Always, bro. I suck.
Lie about the whole thing. I don't know.
I don't give a damn.
Leak the information about the Death Star's new weakness. Oh, okay, I see. And so that part is fake, and even if they attack it, it's not going to blow up. Oh, no, that's real, too. What is going on? Well, if you gave them fake intel, they wouldn't have a chance at winning. Wouldn't that be what you would want? Yeah, but that's not what I want. I want the heroes to stand a chance. And for them to stand a chance, you have to make the Emperor an idiot? That's right. Well, okay, then. So anyway, the rebels get all camoed up and head into the forest. Oh, yeah, I guess they really need to blend in with the surroundings, huh? Yeah, and C-3PO is all like, wait, they dress in camouflage, but they bring a big shiny gold robot with them? That's right. So then the main characters get captured by these super cute merchandising opportunities. Oh, I like the sound of them. Yeah, they think that C-3PO is like a golden god, but they want to cook and eat everybody else. Oh, so does C-3PO just tell them to stop? No, he says it's against his programming to impersonate a god, so he can't tell them what to do. So how's it going to help them? He's going to wait a couple minutes, then tell them what to do. Oh, okay. Yeah, so anyway, then there's going to be this big battle on Endor and this big battle in space. Wow. And Luke's going to go see Darth Vader to be like, hey, do you have a moment to talk about our Lord and Savior, the light side of the Force? How does that go? Oh, not well at first. Darth Vader brings him to see the Emperor, and they have this very uncomfortable conversation that leads to the Emperor trying to kill Luke with lightning. Oh, no. Yeah, it's pretty rough. But then Darth Vader steps in to save his son and chucks the Emperor over the railing. Ah, he became a good guy. He did. And so then Darth Vader is dying, and we get to see him without his helmet. Oh, wow. What does he look like? I'm going to say mashed potatoes. Oh, not what I was expecting, but okay. Anyway, so then Luke escapes off the new Death Star just before it explodes, and the rebels win. Wow, very cool. Yeah, so they're going to have this big party with the merchandising opportunities, and then Luke's going to see the Force ghosts of Yoda and Obi-Wan and of Anakin Skywalker. He sees Darth Vader's Force ghost? He does. It's going to be a very sweet moment. So doesn't that mean that technically Palpatine is also still out there as a Force ghost? No. I feel like it does, though. He's going to come back, isn't he? So.
Over 14 million shelter pets fed and adopted. Science did that.
Promises of trust not to be broken, whether spoken with an oath or sealed with a pinky. And after 100 years, we're still taking care of the military community and their families. That's our mission, always.
They ain't bringing out the title. I think I said that already. My bad.
As the weather starts to cool down, I'm eyeing up light layers that help transition your wardrobe into fall. The bomber jacket is ideal for in-between seasons and elevates your look no matter what the temps or the occasion.
You have a new Star Wars show for me? Yes, sir, I do. So we're gonna follow Mando, right? Mando? Huh? That's what I call my love handles. Well, please stop doing that, sir, because Mando's short for Mandalorian, and he's this badass Mandalorian bounty hunter. Oh, very cool. Yeah, this client sends him after this target that he wants alive or dead, but this target turns out to be a very valuable merchandising opportunity. Oh, yeah, it turns out it's a baby Yoda. Wait, a baby Yoda? Oh my god. Oh my god. What was that? What happened? Your eyes, they had like, it was like dollar signs in them. What do you mean? There were dollar signs in your eyes. Like where my pupils are? Like in front of them. I think it was in front of them. It was dollar signs. That's not possible. That's what it was. I mean, you heard that cha-ching noise, right? That wasn't just me. I did. Did it hurt? I mean, it was uncomfortable for sure. Am I dying? I don't know. Can you hold on
Baby
for a second, please?
Yoda?
I guess, yeah, okay. What do you mean by dollar signs? In my eyes, it made like a cash register noise. That's not possible medically. It happened. You know, Mr. Producer Guy, it's not uncommon for people to create imaginary scenarios to deal with overwhelming information. It wasn't imaginary. I have a witness. And this witness, you trust them and their ability to see? I mean, he has glasses, but it happened. I was working outside, and I remember a pretty woman walking past, and I'm told that my eyes just kind of shot out of my head, and my jaw dropped in a way that should have dislocated it. Wow. And I made this awooga sound as if I was some kind of horn, and for the longest time I felt
14
insane.
days.
And I've been working on myself, and I'm starting to accept that
21 days for this. Is it?
when I see a pretty woman, you know, and
So it's 21
okay.
days
You know, that's
for
so
the
true.
white.
I want to thank you for sharing that with the group.
Or 14 for the
Mr. Producer Guy, would you like to share your story with us? Yeah. Hi, my name is Producer Guy, and I heard about, I guess, a merchandising opportunity that would make me just a ridiculous sum of money, and my eyes just kind of behaved like a cash register, and I don't know what to do with that. You know, I feel like I'm going crazy. I don't know what's wrong with me. You know, if I may, it sounds like maybe you just really like money. Huh. Yeah, I guess I do. And, you know, maybe sometimes that manifests itself physically. Maybe that's okay. Huh. Yeah. You know what? That is okay, isn't it?